And welcome back to Maddminister Gaming and episode 12 of Captain of Industry Let's Play. Due to a snafu and a couple recordings, I have stuff that's been done that is not recorded, so we're going to review some of the things I've done up to this point. I've let it run a little while for research purposes, but I also messed up a few things and we don't get to see it. And it's funny because there's a couple of just brain fart things that happened that are unfortunately not recorded, but I'll point them out and try to explain what happened. So before we get to what I want to go over, which was our liquid nitrogen production, which unfortunately that was part of the screw up too, so it's already built, but I'm gonna review that. Also, we're going to be setting up glass production hopefully in this episode to get onto vehicle parts too, to start making the big trucks. But before we get to that, we have cut all the trees down in this island except for there's 7 trees right here that I left on purpose, one over here that I didn't select, so that's 8, and this tree right here, which is 9, I believe that's the last one. Yeah, so there are 9 trees left on the map, which gives us 45,000 wood in storage. I'm gonna keep it in storage now because later on down the tech tree I noticed that there's some stuff to use wood for down the ways other than making construction parts 1. And we'll go over our land reclamation, I should say land building project. All of this gray area right here is land that has been built up from dumping rocks, soil, all the stuff I've been digging up that I don't need, or some overflow, and also trash. The trash wouldn't work good in real life, but hey, here we can use it to build land. Also over here where we're going to be trying to work on building a part for the glass production. I'm building another section here in this area because I still want to try to keep all the petroleum related products in this area, and I needed more space. And also the dumping was used to build the lower half of the ramp and the upper half of the ramp before I could cut it and smooth it out. And here is where some of the things that I messed up, which the wall sections weren't quite making sense. They're jagged. They're not OCD compliant, and we're gonna have to leave that there. There's this empty section right here because I can't even get a wall section in there for some reason. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it for now. Not that big of a deal. These 2 sections here that are sticking up high, those are done on purpose. That was an aesthetic thing. I thought just, look kind of cool, which we'll see another version of that over here at the coal pit. And here I have those 2 pillars denoting the ramp going down 4 levels below the ground level. And also here is the building of wall sections ashore, the ground up. These walls can hold 5 units above them, and that's it. The problem is they get undermined easy at the bottom. It's not obvious when it's going to happen. At least I haven't figured it out. So I had to do some stuff in here that to tear down so I could dig deeper without the walls collapsing. One section collapsed here, and when I put this in there, it would not let me put this back even. So this is just going to be a low spot right here. The walls, I do believe how their construction, the way they're put together, I think might need some use or some looking at in development, but I didn't look this up on the forum to really figure out if that's a concern, or maybe I just don't understand how it's supposed to be done, but it's not very intuitive on the way you got to set the walls up. Unless you're like into really, if you have experience building real life walls with like geotextiles behind them to step them back, there's a formulas for how high it can be, how much space you need before you can start the next section. I mean, that's a real thing, but here in the game it's not like that. But there's a few things that I think might not be obvious to cause people some trouble, but you can always just dig it back and put more back behind it, or just leave it open pit so that the edges of the wall just kind of slope down on their own. I'm trying to do it controlled, but we'll get back to that. And then let's look at what our liquid nitrogen production, which is going to be used for, I'll just show them to you, vehicle parts 2. Vehicle parts 2 are used in building the next level of trucks, the bigger trucks. And you need a liquid nitrogen to build. Oh, I'm sorry, not liquid nitrogen for that. We need liquid nitrogen. I messed up. To build lab equipment 2, which is the next tier of research. It takes lab equipment plus liquid nitrogen to make lab equipment 2. So I had to get a liquid nitrogen production going, which is really simple because we were already producing steel. We already needed the air separator for the oxygen to produce steel, and we were just venting off the nitrogen. So I built the tank to collect the nitrogen, installed the chemical plant, selected the formula, well, the recipe for 18 nitrogen, 6 steel to give us 12 liquid nitrogen, which I assume was going to be stored in the tank like this, but it's not. It's actually stored in, obviously, canisters inside these warehouses. So what I did, I just looped a belt out of the steel production into the chemical plant to produce liquid nitrogen in the storage facilities. So we have what we need for lab equipment 2. That is already running. As you can see it right here in the listing. And we had to add a few things. We added here. This is where our lab equipment 2 is being produced. It's full. I put a small warehouse on this because I didn't want this running a lot. So it's a single small warehouse, 180 units, which is plenty fine for where the research is at. I do believe this was already here last time. I don't think I added anything new. So that is the only addition that didn't make it to the video because of the one that got trashed, along with a lot of the building out of the land mass, including this fiasco here with the mine, because it was a little ugly in the beginning. So let's get into this. So we need to produce some raw materials to get into making glass so I can make the bigger trucks. So the first thing we need is one of the reasons why I built this out is that right now, the brine that's produced from these 2 basic distillers, which are being used to make water, to generate steam for the electrical production, and a little bit for advanced diesel. One of the byproducts is brine. They each put out 24 units of brine per 60. And right now, we are just dumping that right back into the ocean. But we can use the brine to make salt. And we need salt to mix with sand to make a glass mix to make glass. So and here is what we're going to do. So we have 2 different evaporation ponds. We have one that'll take in salt water and turn it to brine, or salt water, turn it into salt, or brine to turn it into salt. So here we get 45 units of salt water, make 24 units of brine, or 22.5 units of salt water, seawater, to make 6 units of salt, or 24 units of the brine to make 12 units of salt. But the heated evaporation pond will take 48 units of brine to make 24 units of salt. And that is what we're going to use because these 2 distillers put out combined 48 units per 60 of brine. And we're going to use all of that to make salt. We're going to leave the piping hooked up so it can flush any overflow that we have, so the systems are backed up, because I've had troubles with it backing up. The spaghetti pipe is getting in the way. So here we're going to go. We're going to build this, let's see, this heated evap pond. Actually, let's move you out of the way. And I was complaining that I didn't know if there was a way to move vehicles, and I just didn't notice that there is. You can get them to move out of your way. So the evaporation pond heated takes 6 workers and 60 kilowatts of energy, which we have plenty. And we're going to put it up here, about right there, so we have room for piping to put into from the brine off of the 2 distillers. We're going to put that right there, and we are going to magic build it. So there we go. We're only going to do 1 just to see how it works. There's our evaporation pond. We are going to select the brine to saltwater recipe. We're gonna need to store that salt, and I think it might be, is it loose storage? Yes, there's salt right there. So we're gonna do a loose storage bin right here. Oh, I gotta explain this. We'll do that after we build. We'll do that after we build this out. So there's the salt. Because it's loose storage, it's going to be a U-shaped conveyor, and we could just build this flat on the ground, which is fine. Let's magic build that so it's ready to go. And there we go. That's all ready to go. We don't have to worry about the liquid output because we are going to be using all of the brine that's coming into this. Now I'm wondering if I should work in a pipe balancer. Do I have space for a pipe balancer here? Do I want to be goofy? I think I should do this because I've been having issues with some of this. The only problem is I wonder if the truck can still, ooh, I don't know if the truck can get in there to deliver. Well, it's running off of coal, which means we're just not going to be able to put the animal feed onto it, which is fine. It doesn't matter. If we can't drop the animal feed onto it, that is okay. I'll know right away when I see a truck get messed up for that. So we're going to do a pipe balancer. Where do I want to put it? Is that enough room? So let's see. Let's magic build this. Let's zoom in. It's only going to see 48. So we're going to use a small pipe. We're going to go there. Okay, we're going to magic build that. This is going to be priority out. Right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a little hiccup here because it's going to back the system up just for a little while. We got to cut. Let's pause it. We got to cut these pipes. So we got to cut this. Let's Unity deconstruct that. Boom. So now what I think I'm going to do also is I'm going to pull that off, that off, that off, that off, that. We're going to pull all of that off. We're going to do it by Unity. Missed a section. We're going to cut that too. We're going to let it take it out. Hold on. Let's Unity deconstruct that. Okay, so we're going to Unity. There we go. Pause. So we want these two brines to come in. Actually, we're gonna pull that off also. Pause. All right. I don't know why this is a level 2 pipe, but I'll just keep it consistent. Gonna come down. Gonna connect that there. Gonna connect that there. Gonna connect that there. So you know what, just for OCD purposes, we'll go ahead and Unity build that. We're gonna Unity build this and Unity upgrade. So what we're gonna do is, it's already priority in, right? So it's priority in, priority out is gonna go to the evaporation pond, and any overflow is going to continue to go out to the discharge. So it shouldn't plug up, right? That's the hope anyway. So everything's good to go. We can watch. Why is it still going that way? Hold on. What happened here? This is priority out. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there we go. And we got salt, which was super fast. This in reality takes a long time. It gets scooped out of there. And oops, hold on, that didn't connect, did it? We gotta magic build that little piece right there. Boom, there it goes. And now we have salt. So this should take the bulk of that brine solution and use it to produce salt until the bin fills up, which is fine. Okay, now we need to make the setup to take the salt, mix it with sand to make our glass mix, and build the infrastructure to do that. Now, obviously, this is just one setup. It's probably not going to be enough to actually make enough salt. So, the next part of this is this glass maker, which takes in molten glass that makes glass and slag. But how do we get molten glass? Well, we're gonna need a furnace for a glass mix plus coal to make molten glass and more slag. But where do we get the salt, the glass mix? Okay, the glass mix comes from this mixer, which also requires limestone because we don't have acid. So we're going to use this sand, limestone, salt to get our glass mix. Because it needs limestone, I kind of want it close to where I'm mining limestone. Problem is, this little setup is kind of big, and I don't want to block the driveway for here. So I think, let's see. So let's put the mixer here, because we can always pipe this rest of this. We can always send this glass mix into a bin. So let's see. We can still get to this side. It doesn't, hold on. It's not going to need water because I'm doing a dry mix. So I can put it right here. No, actually I can put it, let's turn it around, right here. Let's do that. It's going to be the dry mix. Let's put a belt, U-shaped. This is going to be okay. So we're going to go from the limestone. Let's magic build this. Actually, no, let's wait. Magic build, not going to magic build that. Now, I also need sand. I have a sand over here, but I guess I can let the trucks deliver it. But I need to get to the back of this. So before I put that in, the sand mix needs to go into a blast furnace, which needs coal, which I have a ton of coal right here. So let's see. Let's turn this around. We're not going to need a water input because we're doing a dry mixture. There we go. Let's get the slag output on the right side. Let's put that there. Let's select. Now I'm going to need this mixture to go into there. And that's going to be a V-shaped belt because it's loose materials. We're going to do a V-shaped belt to that. I thought about doing a collection, but I will just one-to-one in there. So it's going to get its glass mixture. Glass mix after we get sand over here. But I want to build the rest of this because that's going to tell me where I'm going to put this. I'm going to put a sand hopper over here. Now we need, this is going to need a smokestack. Let's get the smokestack out of the way. It's right there. All right, so we're going to have our first slag output here. Now we're going to be outputting molten glass. So molten glass is going to need this glass maker. And the glass maker only takes molten glass to make glass. No water input here. But it's going to output slag also. So I want to get this kind of, I would like to, can I just plug it right in? No, then it's going to block. So that's fine. We'll give it a little space. We'll go there. It's only got the one recipe. Is this right? That's going to need a molten channel. Yes. Molten channel. There we go. And that's going to output glass. So we'll put a... We'll probably just put a... How much glass does it take to make each one of those in vehicle parts 2? Takes 3. Okay. We'll do a small warehouse, but not yet. So this is also going to output slag. And its slag output is right there. So I'm thinking I want to do a slag bin, and I might put it way back here and loop those, because we're just dumping slag at this point. We're making slag everywhere. I hope it's not a mistake, but we're making slag literally everywhere. Let's put this. I'm gonna put it right here. That's gonna be slag. Right? We're gonna wanna, nope, not keep full. We're gonna wanna keep it empty. Priority 9 is fine. This is gonna be a V-belt. V-belt or U-shaped connector. We're just gonna turn it right around. Plug it in there. Plug that in there. Now we have our slag coming out of the blast furnace. Oh, I mean, not the blast furnace. What do you call this thing? Yeah, the blast furnace. We got our slag output coming out of the blast furnace and our slag output coming out of the glass maker. And then we'll put a small warehouse. I'll put it away a little bit. Nah, well, no, actually, we'll put it like right. Actually, you know what? We'll just pop it right in the end of it, huh? Eliminate the belt. We'll pop it on this side, though. Boom. We'll just stick it right in there. This is going to get glass. There we go. And that should be it right there. Right? Look at that. Our salt hopper is full, almost. Now, the sand. I'm going to put the sand hopper, I think, right here. Let's turn that around. You know what? I think I might just plug it right in. Yeah, let's just plug it right in. And sand. Boom. That leaves me a little bit of space if I ever want to connect the belt to the coal for this, but it doesn't run a lot, so I think it's gonna be fine. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's magic build this setup. We have the workers for it. We have the power for it. We should be good to go. There we are. Everything's fine. I don't got no whoopsie dummy markers up like saying that I missed something. What do you got in? What are you carrying? Limestone? Yeah. Well, we're gonna start using limestone right now. Limestone is in. That's sand. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I still need salt. I can't do that. See what I mean? See what I mean? Yeah. I do gotta back it off. I need. See, that's why we do this. Hold on. Let's pause this whole thing. Pause. I need this gone. I need it gone. Because I need salt. Completely messing up. It's got 3 inputs for it. Okay, pause. Yeah, I see. That's why we gotta. And I was sitting there thinking, why? It seems like something's not right. So we're gonna go there. This is gonna be sand again. It's gonna be sand. Yeah, we'll do sand. U-shaped connector. Go from this side. Into there. And we're going to do a salt. I don't want to risk putting it there because it might not let the trucks get to that. Or should I just put it out here at the end? Because I don't need trucks in here. But then, actually, yeah, let's do that. Because we can just magic build everything. We actually don't need the trucks to be able to get to where the construction projects are at. So we'll do this one. Actually, yeah, let's do it back here. That one there, copy. Man, is this a smart way to do it? I wish there was space to put them right next to it. Makes me want to kill this kiln off and move it over. Because I don't think trucks can get in there. I think they need 3 wide. I think. If I put it here, they can deliver to both of the hoppers. Or I could put it over here. Just do a. Yeah, let's do that. And get that out of there. Option there. This is gonna be sand. Boom. U-shape belt. U-shape conveyor. Boom. Another loose storage. We're gonna put it. Actually, we're gonna turn it around and put it right next to this one. This is going to be salt. U-shaped belt. Boom. We're gonna take it to go that way, raise it up, plug it in. Goes over. Now we have limestone, sand, salt coming in. Okay, that should work. Now let's magic build it. And let's go ahead and unpause it because it should be fine. It was already in the process of making some anyway. How come we didn't magic build? Oh, it got paused for some reason. Boom, get that off of there. And now we're going to start using our limestone again fairly quick. I remember when I couldn't make enough of it to make concrete. Now it's not even a problem. Not even a hassle. Glass. I like looking at the animations. Are they going to do anything? Anything in here? Boom. There's our first sheet of glass. First 3 sheets of glass. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, 8. Let's see. Slag going out. Right? There's a slag going out, slag going out. So this one we got set to keep empty because that could be a hold up. And we are producing glass. I know this site thing's starting to get out of hand. I'm gonna have to go over it again, but the new stuff, let's just see. Where's the glass at? Glass. Boop, there it is. Glass. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Products. We'll do glass. And salt, just to get an idea, because this is not that important, because it's not, if the glass and the salt production dropped, it's not going to kill anything off. Actually, the only thing I need to keep over here is food and fuel. Actually, food, fuel, because it automatically tracks maintenance. Oh, and this stuff to make the maintenance. So there we go. It's real simple. The glass setup is real simple. Shoehorn it in here. Probably not obviously not probably the best setup, not very efficient but everything seems to be working. We're making salt off the brine. We're dumping the least amount of brine as possible back in, because that's a pollution factor. I need to figure out in the future something to do with the sour water. There's some sour water stuff, but I'm not really messing with that right now. I'm gonna continue to make land over here. Okay, so glass is set up. So the next thing that we're going to need, what's going to be? So the reason why we make glass is so we can make vehicle parts number 2 to make the big trucks. Which means, and we're going to do this one small also. We're just going to copy this setup right here. It's 4. So we're just going to copy that setup right there. And this is going to be producing vehicle parts 2. There we go. What's it going to take? Vehicle parts 2. And magic build it. I did another small warehouse because I don't want this running out of control. I just need it to be nice and easy production. I have 186 vehicle parts. Let's go ahead and, matter of fact, let's try to start kicking some of this off right now. What don't I need to track anymore? Let's see. I don't need to track cement. I don't need to track wood because it's full. Actually, we'll leave wood on there. Water. No. Don't need to track water. The waste is okay. Mechanical parts. Let's see. Iron. Copper. Lab equipment. I guess actually I'm still not really... I think we'll leave. I'm not tracking liquid nitrogen. Actually, that's fine. But I do want to track the vehicle parts number 2. We have 4 of them in storage. We have... And the glass production is already over 50%. So that... What's going on with you? What do you got going on? What are you trying to pick up? Truck export off? What's happening here? Why are you trying to... Let's pause you and then unpause you. I don't understand what you were doing. Have I missed some events other than food? No. Okay, so let's see. Glass production is going to allow us to build our heavy truck. It takes 30, so we're not even halfway there being able to build the first one. Also, our large excavator and the large tree harvester, which I don't need anymore because the 2 small tree harvesters wiped out the whole island except for 8 trees. So we're good there. So we'll wait until we're halfway there. So there it is. Okay, so let's explain what's going on here. So research got me to low pressure turbine. And also got me to, is it water? Here, cooling tower. So high pressure steam goes into the 2 high pressure turbines, but they have a waste product of 24 low pressure steam each. And I was just venting it off. With the low pressure turbine, because it takes 48 low pressure, so all the low pressure steams from the 2 high pressure steam turbines piped it into the low pressure steam turbine. The low pressure steam turbine, its waste product is depleted steam, not used for anything. But it sends out 48 of that. So each cooling tower can take in 24 depleted steam and turn it into 12 water. Condenses it back all the way down to water. So 2 of those will take care of all of the depleted steam from the low pressure turbine, and it's all being piped back in to the water system to feed the turbine, to feed the steam production again. And that's what's going on with these 2 cooling towers and this new turbine, which is the low pressure turbine, because I just let the research run as the trees are getting cut, and I was making new land area for me to build on. And that was really simple, because I guess we should look at this research. I'm all the way over to right here. What I did, because I wanted to get the bigger trucks, I prioritized salt production and glass making, and I don't have anything else running. I'm thinking I want to do the large storage, but these are a lot bigger than the one I have. So next up, oh, and then I did power generation first to get that low pressure turbine. And the next thing up is probably going to be maybe a chicken farm, because I have a way to get some chickens to get the chicken farm. To make chicken carcasses, water, use the salt to make meat and meat trimmings, and use meat trimmings. I could just, compost those or whatnot and be done with that. And that'll be a 4th food source, which probably is going to help the happiness of my colony. So I'm gonna start the research on a large storage. I think they're a lot bigger than the ones I have, and I don't think they're gonna fit into the building structure that I have now. So we're gonna start that because I want to see what that looks like. Naphtha distillation is a third part of advanced diesel. That might be the next thing going. But let's see about this large storage. And what I did is let's go over a couple things. I moved the mining area for the limestone so I can create a bigger path here to build stuff. Actually, let's make that more. And now that I'm going to be using it more to make glass, this is probably full and it probably stopped. Yeah, it did, which is fine. I'm actually not refilling these bins. I'm trying to empty these out because I want to use these only. So as these are set for non-export only delivery, this is set for export only, no delivery. So can I keep an eye on that just in case? And there we go. That was nitrogen production, which was unfortunately off camera, and salt production to get tied into glass production, and we are calling it good. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna say to keep this empty to hopefully unload that into the other bin. And can we make our first large truck? Yes, it is. We are going to make our first large truck. We have 30 vehicle parts too. We have the rubber. We have the diesel. There it is, our first one. I don't know how much bigger it is. I didn't really look at it. I'm more interested in how much physically bigger it is on the game map. We're waiting for the delivery. And then I don't know if I'm going to move to the large excavators. I'm not sure, but I think the large excavator would be better tied to the larger truck. So we are going to, I could quick deliver that. Yeah, let's quick deliver it because I want to. Oh, no, I didn't have to. They already delivered this stuff. I want to see this truck now. I've gotten rid of 2 vehicles. I scrapped both tree harvesters. So if these trucks are more productive because they can haul more, I think I'll assign the bigger trucks to fuel delivery first. So that's going to be the first thing. The first big truck is going to be assigned to fuel delivery, and I'm going to pull one of the smaller trucks off of that because I want them to be able to carry more fuel to go around in the circuit and fuel up more vehicles faster. So that's going to be the first one. And then what I'll do is I'll assign the larger trucks to the mining operations first and allow the smaller trucks to run around and do the smaller deliveries because they usually don't have to carry that much to take parts here and there. Yeah. So let's see. We're almost there. First large truck up. And there it is. Got my first tractor trailer. 18. Oh, no. It'd be more than 18 wheels. It's got 2 sets of duals and 2 sets of singles on the back. Probably it's a drop axle. So here we go. Can we? Yep. We're going to assign that. We're going to take one of those off. I should make 2 of them. I think I'll do that right away. Let's make a second one. Let's quick deliver. I want that built right now. And cargo holds 60. And yeah, see, it's 3 times the size of the smaller truck. So there we go. Now we have a large fuel truck. So I think that's fine because the other ones are only doing 40. So we're going to drop the little truck off of that and allow the big one to do it by himself. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Can it drive under? No, everything should be fully accessible and doesn't have to go under big overhangs. It should be okay the way it is, right? I hope so. So that's going to be the first one there. This guy came back. He's going to get rid of his... There we go. Now it's back into the regular queue. And we are good to go. We have our first large truck. There it is. Big trucks, big trucks. Big. And these will also deliver water easier when they need to haul water around, or if they have to haul oil for some reason. There it goes. It'll be able to make a bigger circuit because it has 3 times the amount of fuel on it as the other one. So Our second one is done. And I think right now we're gonna let that one ride. So what we're gonna do, let's go to vehicles. Let's get rid of some empty trucks. Are you going to go pick up something? Let's scrap you. Let's scrap you. There, we just scrapped 2 of the small trucks. So we didn't quite 1-to-1 it cargo capacity. And I'm curious. Boom. Hauling vehicle parts. Oh, so it recycled the vehicle parts. There we go. All right. So what should I assign the bigger truck to? You know what? We're going to assign it to the sand. Boom. And we're going to take you off. Because I want it to be able to haul a lot. I want the excavator to be able to load it up a lot more. So it can either deliver there if it's full. Or there, or come over here if that other bin is full. Plus, if it's going to go from this one full to that one, it can haul 60 units instead of just 20. And that'll be a more efficient. So let's see. It's 1, 2. So 3 scoops. The other truck would be full already. Yeah, this is the way to go. This is the way to go. The big trucks, big trucks, big trucks. Yes, yes. So it should be able to, I don't know, maybe haul it to the other bin. Look at that. Look at that. Look at, look at, look at, look at. Loading up, loading up, loading up. Not only. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where are you going? Oh. Okay, what are you delivering to? Sand? Oh, right here? Okay. But it didn't take a full load. I don't understand why it didn't take a full load. Huh. That's fine. Didn't take a full load. No problem. We're using up iron again. So let's make another one. Quick deliver. And we're going to assign this one to the iron mine. And this too, I had to build the walls. You can see I had to put a little stub wall in here so this doesn't collapse. And this is going to not go straight because I'll be digging up unnecessary land because this iron deposit, although it's got this one piece right there, comes in, and we'll get to that. I'll probably do that wall building off camera also. So we're going to assign this truck to the iron mine, and we're going to pull, and we'll scrap 2 more blue trucks. Wait till it gets built. It's almost built, 60% complete. Everything seems to be running fine. You got to keep your eye on this game because I've had snafus over here. Somehow the pipes got plugged up with waste products and the whole thing shut down. Luckily, we had the diesel backup. Yeah, it was. You got to keep an eye on stuff. And why do we have? Oh no, that's the. That is the beacon that's on pause. Truck should be coming out soon. Yes, it is. We're gonna assign it to this part of the mine. Yeah, we're gonna assign it there. And we're gonna take 2 of those off. Let's find some empty trucks. You're gonna go get something. Boom. There you go. Got you. You're scrapped. And boom. And we'll scrap you. Scrapped. Do we still have all 3 of them there? And do we still have all 3 there? Yes. Do we have... There's 4. There should be the big truck plus 2. You have the 1. You still have your 2 trucks. And that is it. It's good. There we go. I'll continue to build the large trucks. Look at it, it's going down there and fueling. You can fuel everything at one shot. I'm going to continue to build large trucks. Let the research run. I'm only running research on one lab right now, so it's a little bit slow. We're going to continue off this research. I want to see the size of these large bins. Look at it, stores 2,160. And these only store 3. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, man, it's what? 8 times? 7 times? Man, that's a pretty big problem. These are huge, and they're not gonna fit into these areas that I have designated for storage right now. But I do believe the first thing I would use them for is liquid storage. Like, we really might do something here, pull this pipe off, put the giant ones here, take it back in, and we might do that for oil, and then we might do it for diesel. But that'll be maybe off camera. I don't know. I got to see how big they are and how they will work into the storage first. And I think shorter episode, 45 minutes, 46 minutes. I think that's a good spot for now. Thank you for joining Maddminister Gaming and episode 12 of the Let's Play of Captain of Industry. Game is in early access on Steam as the recording of this video anyway, because eventually it will not be in early access. I don't know how long it's going to last. Probably at least a year. I don't know. If you think this game is cool, continue to watch the videos. Feel free to drop comments, ask questions. Go check it out on Steam or whatever. And thanks for joining me. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, great week, and I will catch you guys on the next video. And I am out.